Und damit herzlich willkommen beim nächsten ChromieCast. Kleines wieder vorab, noch ein letztes Mal, dass das Intro hier in Deutsch sein wird, denn der ChromieCast ist in Zukunft immer in Englisch, zusammen mit Lace TV, und deswegen switchen wir jetzt auch. And with it, welcome, hello, Laced. What's up?
Hey, not much. Happy to see you again.
Yeah, well, a long time ago, that's really long time ago, the last episode, huh? I think 1.5 months.
Yeah, it's been a while. Time goes by so fast. It's almost Christmas. Yeah,
Oh
it's
yes.
almost
Oh
Christmas.
yes. Don't tell me 3 kids. Yeah, and it's Christmas. It's horrible.
And
Oh,
my kid, I gave her a what is it called? Like where a paper, like not newspaper, a catalog
yeah.
with all the toys.
Yes.
And every day she just has something new that she wants, and I'm like, I think it's easier to just tell me what you don't want, because it seems like you want everything in the catalog.
Yeah, we do it the same way. We have a Smith's, it's a big toy store, and they have a really big catalog. And 1 month ago, we gave this to our child, and here, write down what you want, and we picked it 2 weeks ago, and yeah, it's much easier.
Yeah, it is a lot easier. But yeah, man, it's been a while. It's been a while.
And I thought, just to make a little bit interesting to you, I saw you make incredible good short guides on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Really, really amazing. So when you guys out there need some short guides for mounts, for toys, for everything, just follow this guy, because it's really amazing. And it's really, really short but good.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's been really fun, because it's something that I started doing when I just started out with YouTube. I was doing a lot of like guides, how to obtain this, how to do that, and then I just didn't do it for many years for some reason. Then I did a lot of data mining, which I still do. I don't know. It's like I really miss doing guides as well, which is why I started doing them again. It can be a bit tough, because I have done them daily. Every single day I have something new, which can be a bit hard. So we'll see how long I can keep up with it. But it's been fun. Like I've been collecting a lot of stuff myself too, that I like didn't know about maybe, or because I just go on Google and look through stuff and what I find interesting, and what drops 100% of the time, or like the Karazhan mount with the Nightbane is 20%, but the more people you have, the higher chances it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been really fun to do, and people seem to enjoy it, which
of course
motivates me to keep doing it as well. Data mining still interesting, but there hasn't been so much this patch. I mean, we saw that the stuff in Love in the Air, which was really cool. The transmog set, which some people didn't like, but I love it so much. It's so good. It's so different.
It's different. Yes, of course. It's really good.
Which is why I like it, because it's so different. And then you have all the staff and stuff like that from Love in the Air as well, which is really cool. I don't know. There's just so many cool things coming to the game, especially with the trading post. Now it's like they can allow themselves to make really cool stuff that doesn't have anything to do with the expansion, and they can just go wild with it, which is really cool. I know it's not World of Warcraft, at least not what people expect it to be, but it's so cool. I don't know. I just think it's so good.
Stuff like that, I remember in the first region after I think with level 20, 30, I only know the German name Düstermarschen. I don't know what's the name in English, where Terramore is. Yes, there. There you have a green drop of pink stuff for Mage. I know my Mage in Classic had this pink waist, yeah? It was fully pink, so it's Science Classic that we have stuff like that inside. Yeah, no, it's the quality and what they can make, what they're allowed to do in the game with models and so. It's a lot better, and yeah, why not? It's cool.
Yeah,
Why
it is.
not?
It is. I think it's really cool. I saw a few people who didn't like it. They were like, "But this is not World of Warcraft." But I think it's good. Sometimes you want something that isn't too World of Warcrafts. It's just fun because I feel like back in the day, people were Das Marsh.
Yes, yes.
People back in the day, they were not even back in the day, like a few years back. They were like, "Oh, I hope we get something like what we are getting now, like you
Mm.
know the Love in the Air staffs and all of those cool transmog." But now some people are complaining about it, which is a shame. I think it's really cool to see, different themes and models, and it's just so cool.
And the
We're in such a good spot
spot.
with
Yeah.
World of Warcraft right now. Like the revamp that we started seeing in 10.2.5 as well, which is really cool with the ships and stuff. I'm really excited for what's
Yeah.
gonna happen with the game. For a long time, I was not very hopeful with the game, especially in Shadowlands. Even though I enjoyed Shadowlands, but when people are so negative about it, you not necessarily you get it too influenced when people are negative, but you kind of started being negative as well when
Yes, yes, yes,
everybody is
yes.
negative about something. So I think now we're you know it, it, we're going towards something really good in the game. I feel like a
Yeah, we,
brighter
we was
future.
the opposite. Every time, every day in Shadowlands, I talked it for 6 hours a day. Shadowlands is a good, because I know what you say. It's true. You have some like a content creator, a bigger one, and every day he's telling, "Oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad,
Yeah,
this is bad," and you see the whole community. Maybe they play every day this game and have fun there, but they tell you everything is bad. And why? So what you play it, and now that's the bad shit, yeah. But now this content creator come and say, Shadowlands wasn't even so bad, or and I really, yeah, I don't know. And also with a pink star, with the staffs for the love is in the air, you don't have to mark it. It's just an option. It's
mm.
not a problem. You don't like it, yeah, it's okay, but you don't use it. No, that's the thing. But
But yeah, it's I, when I now that I did a guide for Shadowlands, I went down on my US account in the MAW because I I usually do it in my NA account because I don't have the stuff on my NA account, so I want to make
mhm.
sure if something changed. So if something changed, I would know because it's a fresh account on NA.
Yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
I don't know. I kind of missed them all. Like I don't know why,
Yeah.
but it's like it was fun even to do Torghast again. You know,
Yes, of course.
on max level now in Dragonflight, I would suggest everybody to try it out again because it's actually fun.
Yes.
Uh,
Of course,
I
you can.
enjoyed it, and
This is really just fun inside there, because you make crazy numbers. You make you can pull a lot of stuff. It's really cool. You feel like
yeah,
a god inside, and
yeah,
the
and you have some cool rewards as well, like 5 mounts, 2 pets, some titles, and
yes,
stuff like that, which is really cool. Like
and
I kind
now
of
now
wish
in
they would do more with Torghast because they could have built more upon it. I feel like
yeah, of
it's like
course.
roguelike, which is really cool. Yeah, but yeah, it's I guess the feedback wasn't too good. Mm.
And also, I think now it's really bright. Yeah, like in Seraph Mortis, and also now in the Dragon Eyes, you have it's everything is bright and looks nice and beautiful. Also, Ramirez here. And when you now go back to Torgus, it's a good opposite for
Yeah, it
now.
is.
But
Yeah.
back in the days, for a lot of people into Shadowlands, when you have to quest in the Moor and then go to Torghast, and then you have the raid SOD, yeah, it was too much dark. Dark here, dark there, dark. Yeah, everything is dark. And for now, it's really, really cool. That's
Yeah,
the problem in the back in the days, that Bastion and Ardenweald was the only place where it was a little bit more friendly and nice. A bit more of that, or Seraph Mortis has to be a little bit earlier.
mm,
Then it would be I think, perfect because then you have a good mix.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very true. It's a good contrast now going back to some of the darker zones as well, I guess. Like you say, it was all the time dark, 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 dark when we were playing Shadowlands. So everybody maybe they got tired of it, and yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know, but it's good. I would suggest everybody to try it out again.
of
It's
course.
really fun. But yeah,
So,
yeah, but yeah.
first,
What have you been doing to on the PTR? What have you been up to? Testing stuff
on the
or
PDR, I think
yeah.
nothing. I looked really deep into Gilneas, try to find something there, but I think there is nothing. On the right now, you have the people back there. They work. What's really, really, really nice, a really cool option. You can tell the people go away for a day. That's really great
I
because
thought,
back in the day, I make a lot of RP events there with my old guild and meetings, guild meetings, meetups, something like that. And now with a lot of people there, it's not so cool. And you can tell them, hey, go away from it for a day, and you have your old empty Gilnears. That's really cool.
did the models that you were talking about get updated with the hair? You talked about something with the hair. Do you
Yeah, yes,
remember?
yes, yes, yes,
Did
yes.
they get updated or still
No, 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 no. They're
not yet? They're
still
still like
this war for Chiefs for Azeroth. There's the have still not model. And yo, I tested a Chiefs of Azeroth, and I was really thinking that it's a big different feature. I don't thought it is like that.
I think the thing is, it's just a lot of the same stuff we had.
Yep.
But just keep in mind that the solo scenario is not going to be tested, so that might be a bit different. The public event, I think we can just expect it to be like this from now on. Go do XYZ, get percentage, get a bag. You can get different bags, get a currency, buy gear, buy mounts, and stuff like that. I don't think they're gonna innovate more on it. I think that's what we're stuck with for a while, probably. I'm not sure about the next expansion, but at least for now, that's what we're stuck with. But I'm interested to see what the solo scenario is going to be like that they're not going to test. So I'm kind of curious. Is it like, are we going to see some lore maybe in
I
it as
hope.
well, since they're not going to test it? Because it is archives, because it's like they are excavating stuff. Maybe we will have some stories about, I don't know, stuff before, I don't
Yeah.
know, something, and that's why they don't want to test it, because maybe you need to go find a book, and this book will tell you some story about maybe Tyr or somebody else.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't know why else they wouldn't test it if it's not connected to anything lore wise, or yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's really hard because I thought that in the bags, because on the top there stands something, a little bag for faction, I don't know right now. And I thought, yeah, cool, we get lore about this. Then I get the bag, and yeah, there's nothing inside. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
there was.
I hope, really hope we get some lore.
Yeah, I think it would be cool because it is the archives and they are excavating stuff,
Yeah.
finding old relics and stuff like that, which is really cool. I also did a bit of is it archaeology? Yeah,
Yeah.
archaeology this some days ago, and I kind of missed it as well. I hope they change it in the next expansion. It's such an interesting profession
Yes,
to
of
have in the
course.
game.
I really hope also that they update or revamp all the secondary jobs because they need fishing or something like that. They need a revamp like the original one, like the big one. Also, I think it will be time to another big change that mining and the three skinning and this with mining, skinning, and the third I don't know.
Herbalism.
Herbalism. Thanks. That this will be separate from the main, because I want to do is now we get in the War Within, we get the Warbound. So I don't know why not every character is possible to skinning, mining, and herbalism at the same time. Because why not? So just give them one main, like tailoring or blacksmithing or something like that. Yes, it's okay that they're only able to one profession at the time, but the three other, they have to be on every char.
I wouldn't mind if you could have more than one primary. Well, you can have more, but more professions, primary professions than the two that we can, like, I don't know, like, there is no reason for us not to have.
Yes.
Obviously, as a clotware, you wouldn't pick blacksmithing. It just wouldn't make sense, but, you know, there's so many others that you can pick.
Like, I read in the chat. Yes. when you have every profession, I don't want to see your back. Really.
My backs are so terrible already.
Oh, I have my jewel. My character where I have jewelry. It's really. I have 3 bags just for this profession.
I haven't done much profession stuff in Dragonfly. Believe it or not, I did a lot on the alpha beta when we were testing way back before the game came out. But I haven't done much because there was so much stuff to do on release of Dragonflight. There was so much content to do, so I never came around to do anything profession-wise. So yeah, I probably need to look into it again.
This is also a thing. Like we have now the revamp for the professions, and we have the profession points. So with this, we are possible to get every profession on one character, because with these points, when they drop on the same way, like now, you just get a type of or a bunch of points in 1 week. And you're not allowed. You're just allowed to put them in one profession. So you are able to learn every profession on one character, but to special it, to final it, to make it like the best, there you have to spend a lot of time, a lot of points, and maybe till the end of the expansion, you're not able to finish every profession. And I think that would be a perfect way.
Yeah, I think so too, because personally, in this patch in 10.2, I haven't raided, I haven't done dungeons, Mythic Plus, or anything. One thing that I've been enjoying have been, collecting stuff.
Yeah.
The Emerald Dream has been a ton of fun, like, collecting stuff there, and then going back to the other expansions and collecting stuff. So even if we had like the opportunity to have multiple professions, that could be very interesting. You could go back, get recipes for those professions, and there is a lot of potential, I feel like, that they still can do. It would be cool. Yeah. I think it would be cool. There is no reason not to have more professions available, especially like you said, if it's you can pick 2 that you're really specializing in, but the rest you can't craft the best of the best, but you can still craft some, old expansion or some lower eye level gear or something like that.
That would be perfect.
Really cool.
Would really be perfect. And PTR, you saw the Scarlet Monastery to the 2 NPCs in Gilneas?
No.
There are 2 on the graveyard from Gilneas. There are 2 dead bodies of the Scarlet Monastery. They're really new.
That's interesting.
That's really cool.
I haven't checked so much, if I have to be honest, because it's only this week where they added some more stuff to the new capital city for the Night Elves, and before that there wasn't too much going on, so I haven't even checked so much. Sure, I checked some of the data mining and stuff like that,
Yeah, the
That's really
harbor was inside of Bellameth, and yeah, something like that. You can it would be possible to speculate a lot, but with the last build, yeah, it was really a lot of NPCs, really cool NPCs. All every NPC from Teldrassil is there. That's really great.
also the different treasures where you can obtain, you know, the transmog, the shield,
Yeah.
the staff. I think there was also a staff or something. A lot of different transmogs. If you just fly around the zone, the new capital city, you can find a lot of cool stuff, which is really cool because that makes people, you know, fly around and check out the entire island, what has changed. You have some
Mm,
stuff at the harbor, you have some stuff in the middle, you have some stuff, you know, all around the island, some cool
yes.
stuff. It's really a cool way of them to make people explore the island, I feel like.
And also, it's really, really crazy and cool that you're the first time able, as a horde, go to a capital city from Alliance. That's really nice.
That's interesting, but they are getting some buff or something, I
Yeah,
saw.
you get a buff, and also I think Runen Totem is there, and he tells you that Tyrande allows us to stay there, but don't make any shit here, and she will kick us out. Yeah, and you get a buff from the oil that they look everything what you do. It's okay. It's cool. It's
Yeah,
really a perfect way to do this.
yeah, maybe they're experimenting and gonna allow Alliance to go to Agrimar,
Oh, that
maybe
was be
or going to Stonewind City and stuff like that. Maybe this is just an experiment to see A, what people think about it, B, how they can do it. I mean, that would be the next obvious step. I mean,
yes.
considering we can, you know, play with the opposite faction, now we're gonna get uh, more guild options and stuff like that. We can't trade? No. Don't burn the new tree down.
But it's
Um,
yeah, it's easy, yeah, because you can change to war mode, and then you can raid the city. And
no,
when you're
no, no,
not
not
in war,
allowed.
I will burn the city. I will burn this city. Of course, I will burn Bellameth. And my fire mage is ready. Yeah. I just wait for my dark lady skin, and then I will go.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I'm really curious how we're gonna get that
Oh, I think
transmog.
I think this is the next for the 12th month. So we
That could
we
actually,
we get in January there we reach the first time 12 for the
yeah. The trading post.
trading post, yes, and I think that could be the next one. Yeah.
That could be. That would be a good idea, to be honest, because then we had the Night Elf kind of themed
Yeah.
transmog, and then we're getting a Forsaken themed. I think that would be cool. I'm very excited to see how that's gonna work because I'm not the biggest fan with that night and day cycle that they've done with the mount,
Oh, I
and if
love
that
that.
also is the case, really, I think it's cool. It's a cool idea, but I would wish there was an option where we could just, you know,
Mm.
stick to one. Um, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
color.
it's stuff like that. That they turned off nights in the past in World of Warcraft, because a lot of players, they only able to play in the night, was all
Yeah.
they wanted also to see the sun and something like that. Yeah, I understand. I think like the tree, where you have from winter, from the 4 seasons, there a different color. This is a cool thing, and this is a long time. Maybe something like that, yeah, would be cool. But another thing, what's really, really interesting, when we reach now the 12th month, we have a new capital city for the Night Elf. And I
Mm.
think they know it 12 months ago.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, what we
They
get in.
definitely knew it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so. What we get in 12 months when we get the Sylvanas skin for the undead. That's the interest
Yeah,
question.
that would be interesting. I'm not even sure lore-wise what could they even get because they already have Undercity. Um,
oh, a new city on top, because they start to rebuild. Yes, of course, but that is nothing. Yeah, it's really nothing. So the Alliance has Gilnear's back. The Alliance has Bellameth. I think it's time for Undeath, that they get a new capital city.
Yeah, I mean that would be really cool. I always love when we get new capital cities. Like it's one of the highlights for me, at least, every single expansion, because it's so cool to see one of the bigger capital cities. Like, in Veldraken we saw Veldraken, and even Oribos. It was okay-ish, not the best, but it was cool. It was kind of let down in Legion when we got Dalaran again. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, we already had Dalaran. So for me, I love capital cities.
Yes.
So it would be cool to see something like that, maybe for the Forsaken. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. It would be. I would be curious to see what it could be, but like you say, the obvious thing would be to have the Opera City like
Yeah.
rebuild or something like that, a Lordaeron.
Yeah, a lot of
Coming.
them back. Oh, that would be really nice. And also in Midnight, I think we get a new Silver Moon. Yeah.
Oh, for sure, because
Yeah.
yeah, for sure, because they have to revamp. If they're gonna allow us to fly in Silver Moon, they have to redo the entire city, because it's just like
Yeah.
it's literally just flat BLPs, like flat pictures,
Yes.
and that's how they made the city. Like back in the day, how all the cities were, and then they had to rebuild them to actually make make the city.
I really
The
hope
capital.
it.
So, yeah.
I really
Oh,
hope it. And also, they told us that a new elf empire. I think because Quel'Thalas, Lord Tremarteron, married how is it pronounced in English? Nightborn? No. Yes, Nightborn. Yeah.
Nightborn and from what
Surama.
is
Yeah.
it called? Yeah, Surama.
So he married, and it would be, I think, very interesting, because there's one of the biggest army, because there are a lot, the Nightborn. Then they have one of the, I think, strongest feature technology, like the teleportation network, what can be used on all over Azeroth. So this is really, and with a lot of people. That's not a normal portal mode. So it's a really stronger thing lore wise, and that's really cool. And when they move from Surama to Silvermoon, that would be really, really, really crazy.
I wouldn't even be surprised if we saw Nightborn and Silvermoon. I mean, they are all elves in the end. Like,
Yeah.
the Blood Elves split from the Night Elves, or the not Night Elves, but they split. And they went to form Silvermoon, and the Night Elves formed their city, and
Yeah,
not
Chandra-La, you have a lot of different Diamol Night Elves. There's Chandra-La there, and yeah, you have a lot of different.
Yeah, I would love to see more Blood Elf lore. Like when I read the book, the Sylvanas book,
Yeah.
I was so intrigued with how their entire culture was. How happy everybody seemed before. Before Arthas came and did everything he did. It was such a good book that it made me want to see more Blood Elf stuff. So I'm excited and I hope they do more, Blood Elf stuff, especially in the next expansion or the expansion after.
Yeah, I really hope so.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm really curious to see what are we gonna do in Northrend in 12.0, right? It's 12.0.
Yes,
we're
12 point,
doing
yes,
Northrend?
yes.
It's so interesting.
No,
I'm
13.
really curious.
13.
Is it 13?
11 is
Yeah.
a War Within, 12 is Midnight, 13 is the last.
I guess All Gods again. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do in Northrend. I'm really curious.
It's Ulduar, huh?
Yeah,
Ulduar is
probably.
the biggest Titan city, so we have to rebuild Ulduar and unleash their full power of I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm really excited for the next expansion. It's too bad that the beta alpha is like, when did it say? April? Was it March,
Oh no,
April,
no, they
or?
don't say a month. I think they just say in spring. Huh? Spring?
Oh yeah,
Spring.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's about, yeah, April or something.
I think in February, March, there it will start the alpha, the closed, yes, the closed
I
alpha.
hope so, because now everybody can also get into the beta if they buy one of the packs of the expansion. Then you also
Yeah,
get a beta invite.
yeah.
I think that's okay.
Oh
I'm
yes,
the only reason I'm not the biggest fan of it, because when they did it back in I think in Warlords of Draenor, it didn't go so well because people didn't really test. The only thing they did it was like,
it
oh,
was
let's
in Mob,
play.
in Mist of
Was it in
Pandaria.
Mob? Yeah, I
Yes,
don't
yes,
remember
yes.
when it was.
Yeah, it was really
Um,
not much people there. But they
yeah.
told us a few months ago that they have really problems to get people on Beater, on PDR, because they release so much stuff. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
But I
That's
feel
really
like
a problem.
now, but I feel like a lot of people are testing on the PTR. Maybe, I mean, I see the same people, so maybe it's always the same people. But I feel like I've seen more and more people,
Yes, to this
test stuff
time
on the PTR.
with Belamev, of course. With Belamev,
Yeah,
but it's I think a lot of people interested if which NPC is there and something like that, because lore is a lot of players play because of the lore.
mm,
And I think that's that. But yeah, I hope they get enough testers, yeah, really, for the beater. And yeah, also the 3 day early access. It's okay. The way it's not okay, but a lot of a lot of companies do this thing, and Blizzard had to do this
everybody.
too. And yeah, it's also for the service, for the starts. It's okay, and the way they do, I feel it's okay, because no dungeons, no professions, no end game, and it's okay for me as a streamer. It's a really great thing, because last expansion or every expansion launch, I have to rush. I have to do this, because I have to make content. I have to make a guide there. I have to make a guide there. I want to make, not I have to. I want to make.
Mm,
And with this 3 day early access, I can put my 5, 6 main characters and just level them without. I can read everything from the beginning, not a month later. This is really great for me.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's okay. You don't really get a benefit. The only reason why I dislike it is if friends want to play together, but
Yes.
somebody doesn't want to buy the early access,
Yeah.
whatever, then it's bad. But yeah, I mean, everybody is doing it, so it's whatever. It doesn't affect me personally. I see that some people think it's really bad, because some people really, it's one of the more expensive packs that gives you
Yeah,
early
the
access,
biggest
right?
one. Yeah, yeah, the
Yeah,
biggest
so
one.
yeah, it's not the best
Um,
thing because you have to pay a lot more, I guess,
no,
which
not
kind of sucks.
really,
But
because you get now more for the same price than Dragonflight. It's
yeah,
more
but still,
inside. Yeah.
it's a lot of money. Like,
Yes, of
you
course.
know, like I have a lot of people, not a lot, but I have some people that message me on Instagram and stuff like that, and they said like, "Oh, thank you for the guides," but they are even using them on private service, and they said, they can't afford even a sub for WoW,
Yeah.
and then the game is like $100 or whatever it is. If you want the 3 day access, it's a lot of money for some people.
Yes, of
It
course
might
it
it,
is.
it might not be a lot for me, for you, but for some people, the difference between $60 and $100 is a huge thing.
Yes, of
It's
course.
like it's a lot of money. So from that if I have to look at from their perspective, I don't like it because it does split up the community, especially if you have a friend and that friend doesn't have
Mm.
the money or it doesn't want to spend the money. Then you either have to wait for that friend or you just have to level, for yourself or buy the expansion for your friend. So you have
Yeah,
to be
yeah, yeah. Or with a
yeah,
second character, with an alt like that. But
yeah, or that.
I'm on your side, really. because I want to live in a world, it doesn't matter if you have money or not when we do a hobby. But we are living in this world and in this way of this world. And when you see we have the same sub price, the price for the monthly price for a sub for near 20 years right now.
Yeah.
And you only the other games like Final Fantasy, Star Wars, A New World, and they only have the same price because of World of Warcraft. Would be World of Warcraft in the past, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, raise up for like $2 every 2 or 3 years. Every other MMO has also a bigger or a higher price. That's only because World of Warcraft was the biggest MMO and they set this price. And
Yep.
it's not the inflation and something like that. It goes higher, everything goes higher. And yeah, so I put this on the same, I look into this and they make a good decision and there it is. For the world and there we live, it's okay. It's a normal movement, but it's sad. But everything is sad.
What would you think if they just hear me out? If they did free to play, however, if similar to Star Wars: The Old Republic, you can play for free, but if you want to raid or something like that, do dungeons, then you have to sub. What do you think about that? If they did something similar, or maybe you can play X amount of hours for free, or something they have to do, because I feel like going free to play and have some restrictions would be good for the game. I don't know. I feel like
I'm scared
would
about
be,
it.
yeah.
Because I play all the games. I played Star
Yeah.
Wars, I played Ion, I played all the old games what started with a sub and go to free to play, and there was nothing of content comes. They fired a lot of people in the companies when they changed it, and I think that's the thing. It might be now really hard words, but a sub model is more income, because you're right. A lot of people, or many people, like 20%, 30%, only sub to raid. And
Yep.
I think they don't cancel the sub because, maybe in 2 weeks I make one more raid or something like that. With a free to play, I think they go in and say, I don't want. So I think they get less money.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
And that would bad for World of Warcraft, because we have one of the biggest team. I think it's the biggest team in the whole gaming industry for just one game, because they have now 1,100 people working at World of Warcraft. So I don't think there is a bigger company or a bigger number of devs for just one game, and they have to pay.
yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. I would like to. I mean, in theory, you can do free to play if you farm the gold. Like free to play, you don't have to use your money. But yeah, it would be interesting.
Yeah, I think it
See
was
how-
a really good way to implement that you can buy with gold game time.
Yeah.
That was really good move. And the same, I really hope they put more into the shop, because the shop would be a really good thing to when you have to go to free to play to earn more, because World of Warcraft is one of the I think I don't see any more games like World of Warcraft who do so less into the shop. They put nothing there. Sometimes 1 month, one thing a month, but sometimes 3-4 months, nothing. And that's really hard.
I think they are very, very careful with it, because I
Yes.
see, the backlash whenever they have something up on the store. I don't care. I buy everything
Yes, of course I buy it.
I'm
Of
never gonna
course.
use the transmog. I'm never gonna use the mount, but I buy it. I'm a collector, so I have to have it, you know. But
I
yeah,
love the stuff. A lot of
I
stuff
don't
in the
mind
shop.
it.
I love it.
I don't mind it. Like I see why some people dislike it, but personally, I don't mind it because I've seen so many other games that have it way, way, way worse compared to
Yeah.
WoW. Of course, some of them are free to play, so they are kind of forced to have a lot more on the store. Um, but I think it's fine. We haven't seen that many things. I mean, like
Oh,
you say,
yeah.
for some months we don't see anything.
That's also one thing about housing in the game. I really love to see housing in a game, but I know putting housing in a game would be um, one feature in the whole expansion. That has to be one feature in the whole expansion because it is so much effort to do to put housing into it, and this is some I would see in the shop. Different skin, different colors, different things. So they can hire a whole team just for implementing housing over the next years with a low budget skins into the shop.
I don't know. I feel like housing would be really good to implement. Somebody on Reddit, or was it Reddit? I thought, or it was a private server actually, that did something housing related, which was really, really, really cool. I think I sent it to you, or maybe it was you who sent it to me. I don't recall, but it was really good. Like very interesting to see if they add housing. I feel like that's the next step. And also, I
Yeah.
buy stuff in every game. It's not just Blizzard games. I can literally go like I just downloaded Fortnite to play the Lego Fortnite. I already
Really,
bought
and
skins.
it's good.
I mean, I just like to buy stuff, skins and stuff like that. I don't know why. Don't ask me. So it's not even just because it's Blizzard. I just like to buy stuff like that. I love to collect. Um,
I
but yeah,
have,
I
I
think
think, the half of the shop. I'm not even the half. I think I have like 30-40% in World of Warcraft.
yeah, same with me. It's sometimes I don't buy it, sometimes I buy it. If I have the money, I buy it. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah.
It is what it
But
is.
it's
But
also only for me. It's only World of Warcraft and Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer I also have the collector's edition with everything here, and I really here love stuff like the Tesla coil and something like that. I really have it standard here on my desk all the time because I really love the stuff. But yeah, in other
I,
games I really
I don't
don't
know. So
buy.
I just I don't know. Sometimes I like to buy stuff to support the company as well,
Yes, 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 yes,
especially if
yes,
it's a
yes,
free to play game.
yes.
I tend to buy more stuff from if I play it for a while. Of course, I wouldn't buy anything if I play a game for 30 minutes. Then it's I wouldn't buy anything. But if I play a game for many, 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 many hours, I mean 10 euros, 20 euros for me. I'm not saying for everybody. For me, that's okay. You
Yep,
know,
yep.
like I said, some people it's a lot for some people, and they shouldn't
Yes.
spend their money on that. You know, I've talked with people from my country, like home country, Bosnia, where people wouldn't be able to afford something like
Yes, of
that
course.
because their paycheck is maybe 200 euros a month. So 20 euros is a lot of money for them. That's just how it is. But yeah, going back to your housing, I think it would be really cool to see something like that, especially because it's a whole other community to have housing, and also they could implement a new profession that could
Yeah.
make furniture. They could come back to like wood crafting, wood chopping, whatever it's called.
Mm.
That could be cool as well. There's just so much potential. Like you could go back to farm recipes
Yeah,
in
also
all the
with old
raids and
content.
sorry, what?
Also with old content, you can put
Yeah, yeah,
recipes
yeah.
into classic or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of potential. I'm not sure if you saw the private server that did something like that. It was really, really cool to see. Um yeah, it was really cool, and it just made me even more excited for Blizzard to do it sometimes in the future. Um yeah. I'm a big advocate about housing. Uh,
Yes. I really love it, but when they put it inside, then they have to do it really good. Really
Oh
good.
yeah, they cannot do garrisons. Like that was a big
Garrison was
failure.
cool.
Yeah, but it was not housing
No,
like
no,
some
yes,
people
yes, yes.
they
That's
say.
that's the thing. They don't tell it housing. They don't call it housing, and it was okay as a garrison. But when
Yeah,
they do housing, then I want a night elf, a blood elf, an undead. I want to put my house on everywhere I want. So
yeah,
that's just a big
exactly.
thing, big thing. So that's where it would be really hard.
I think it would be the obvious next step for them to do it because every single game has it, and the one of the biggest MMOs, you know, doesn't have it. It's just odd to me. And I think it would be good. I feel like overall for the game it would be positive. You know, when you look at Final Fantasy Online, you have
Mm.
whole communities that just plays the game for the housing, nothing else. They
Yeah, yeah,
just
of
want
course.
housing. And WoW, we have a whole RP community who only does RP. You know, and a housing that would be a whole new, a whole new thing people could do.
Yeah, yeah,
You
of
know,
course.
I would love it. Like that's
It's the
something that
same
I
like the
really
auction
really
house.
want.
You have a whole community just
Yeah.
sitting every day and calculating, making Excel, and
Yeah.
it's really hard to see that and see they enjoy it so much. It's crazy, but I like it. It's
Yeah.
really cool. Cool that you have so much different play styles in one game. And on the same, we all play the same game, but in so many different ways. That's really crazy.
It is. I mean, I've played this game since vanilla, and there's still so many things that I don't know about the game, and there's still so many things that I haven't done in the game, like pet battles, like the pet battle dungeons. Never done them. Never done
Too.
them ever. And
Uh,
it's something that I really want to get into. I love
yeah.
collecting stuff, but I've never done pet battles, the dungeons and stuff like that. It's one of the things that I really want to try out. I just haven't, yeah, done it yet. And I still sometimes fly over some places and I'm like, oh, what is this?
Mm.
And I've never seen it before. Especially in vanilla zones. Maybe I saw it when I was younger, but I played when I was, what was I, maybe 14, 15 when I started playing WoW. I think I was
It's
14,
it's a long
15.
time ago. We old, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember half of the stuff that I saw back then. So there's just so much in the game. There's so many different things. You have mount collectors, pet collectors. Like you said, auction house people, gold makers, which ties into the auction house, of course. Um, Raiders, Mythic Plus. One game has so many different things that you can do. And it's so funny when people say, oh, WoW has nothing to do. What do you mean? The game has so many things to
Yes,
do.
of course.
Like, you have
I'll,
so
I'll,
many different things to do.
yeah, just download all the things and you're crying the whole day because then you don't play World of Warcraft. You're just one person. That's
Yeah,
really hard. So that honest, yeah, it's really really crazy.
there's a lot of stuff to do. Like, it's overwhelming how many things you
Yeah.
can do. Like farm old raids. I mean, as a new player, for somebody who's just starting playing WoW, they are spoiled. Like, they have so much
Yeah.
content. Like, just imagine going into ICC for the first time and being like, oh my god, this is so majestic. Or
Yes.
going into the raid in Suramar, or seeing Suramar for the first time. And there's just so many cool things in the game. And as a new player, when a new player experiences all of these things, it must be really cool.
Yeah.
You can only experience all of that once. And yeah, there's just so many good and cool stuff in the game.
Of course. Yeah.
But yeah,
What did you say about the BlizzCon? First time Chris Madsen's back, and also the really good thing that Holly Longdale starts the World of Warcraft panel. I think this was really good decision because the first woman ever make this. This was really good, and also then Chris Madsen. It was intense. I was really near to him, and it was really good.
I think BlizzCon was really good. It was really exciting. The only thing that I was kind of sad about was that it was too short. Because they
Yes.
cut the Q&A and stuff like that, which was a real shame. Usually there is some more stuff. That
The
was the
smaller
only
panels.
negative thing that I had to say about it. But I think it was good. Like, the announcements were good, and It was cool to see Chris Madsen again. It was good. It
Yeah.
was different, but this was also what they wanted it to be, different. Um, One thing that I was kind of sad about, there was not too much merch. There was
Yeah.
usually you have a lot of merch, new
I
merch, but there
was
wasn't too much this time around.
I was in the shop because I had one day earlier. I was there at the BlizzCon, and I go to the shop and I thought, yeah, okay, cool things, but I wait till the reveal of the new expansion because I hoped I get really cool, great, like what sweatshirt. They don't put it into the shop they don't have it there. This was really, really bad
Yeah.
because I think all the people there would buy it, but no. When I go back to Germany, I won't buy it because it's not in the U shop.
Mhm.
And it's a T-shirt. Yeah, the cost for the travel, for the transport, is more than the T-shirt. And no, I don't want
Yeah.
it. I really love the shirt, but it's too expensive. Too expensive for this.
Yeah, the store is so expensive. After
Yes,
they redid the store, it just got too expensive. It's like 30-40% more expensive than it was in the past.
yes.
Get it, we have inflation stuff, but come on, 30-40%, that's just
Yes. Also with the
crazy.
all
Yeah.
with the whole with the stators, yeah, with everything like that, they're going crazy with the prices.
Yeah, they are.
Really crazy. That's also a thing what I criticism like the last 2 years or 3 years is it's going back the shop, and yeah, crazy. After they reopened the shop 3 years ago, they raised the price from the stator I think 3 times. That's
Yeah,
too much.
it was a
That's too
lot.
much.
It was way too much. I remember the Head of Domination statue. It was about, I
Yeah.
don't remember. It was 300, 400 euros or something. I don't remember. And then it was way more expensive
Yeah.
after, I think it was 350 or something. And then it was 500 euros
Yeah.
after the store, they revamped
Something
the
like that.
store, which was really, it was a lot. Um, but yeah, I mean, in BlizzCon, I enjoyed it. I hope I can go next year because it's just
I will
a
put you in
cool
my bag.
experience. Yeah, it's a cool experience, to
It was a
just
crazy
see all of
time.
that. How
But
was how were the queues? Like, did you guys have to wait a lot in the queues or?
no, because yeah, content creator was really nice.
Oh,
We get I was on the VIP party, yeah, where I get
oh,
my subscription from Iron here, yeah. I tattoo it on the same night. And that's my paycheck from World of Warcraft, yeah, tattoo from Iron. That's my paycheck. Yeah, on the VIP party, we get our band. Yeah, I have it right now. Yeah, we get it there, and so we don't had a queue like that. But I talked with guys there, and the queue was not so bad. They told me. The biggest or the coolest thing was on the first evening when I arrived in Los Angeles, I go to the Hilton because I was in the wrong Hilton. I talked with before the BlizzCon when I searched for a hotel and something like that. I talked with Makes, and she talked to me or said to me, "You have to go to the Hilton." I said, "Yes, of course." I look. But I don't know that there was two Hilton, and I was in the
oh,
wrong. I was in the cheaper 2-3 blocks away, and I had to walk every day for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
oh wow.
But it's okay. And then I was on the first evening, I was in the Hilton bar, and I met Terran Gregory.
Mm,
And he was there in the bar, yeah? And then he walked outside for smoking, e-vaping, something like that. And I think 2 times, 3 times, and every time I stand there and I just, should I ask him for a picture? Should I ask him for a picture? And I was so scared. I was so no, I cannot. And on the third times, after I think 2 or 3 hours, he goes back outside for smoke, and then I said yes, I do this, yeah. I go to the door and wait for him that he comes back. And this time he spends, I think, 35 or 40 minutes for
wow.
e-vaping because he was on telephone and something like that. I said, shit, this time I won. And now he stayed there for something like 30 minutes. And then he comes back and I ask him, so really, really nice, can I ask for a selfie, please? And then I talked to him and I said, I really loved your interview with Lace. It was amazing. And yeah, I did a podcast with him. I was really a fanboy. But it was
really
crazy.
Nice. It's really nice. He's really good at making people, be calm. Like his aura,
Yes.
whatever it is, it's
Yeah.
really calming. So even if you're really nervous, he calms you down. His aura is like that. Like he's really calm himself. So you also get very calm, which is really nice.
Yes.
Yeah, he's really cool. I hope I can meet him. Also, Christy Golden. Did you meet Christy or no?
No, she was also in the Hilton, but every time around a lot of people around her, and yeah, it was hard to get to her. A lot of people from Rawhead I met there. A lot of people from Echo and Method and Liquid. Yeah, but not so much devs. Yeah, the one guy I talked the most was Ian. That was really crazy because he's really the guy when you talk live to him. Do you think when you see him on an interview, it's the same. It's really the same. It's so a cool guy. So the way he talks, you see when you start a point or a theme where he's interested in, you see the light goes up in his eyes and he talks. It's so nice to talk to Ian. And I talked to him and I asked him, it's okay when you subscribe my arm and I tattoo it? And he said, you're crazy, or? And yes, of course, I have here also from Jed Leto and Frank Klepecki here also. And I would to love you because I played like 19 years World of Warcraft. And he said, yeah, but I said, yes, you did an amazing job. You make this game a long time. And he said, okay, but I give you an email and I send you a really clean one. I said, no, because I want your, yeah, and it's more personal. And he said, yeah, it's okay. Get me a marker. And that was a problem. On the whole VIP section, nobody has a marker. And then I got to go to Varia, yeah, to the community manager, and I told her, hey, Ian would to give me a subscription, but we don't have a marker. And Varia runs through the complete VIP area, talks to the staff there, talks to other World of Warcraft devs, and nobody has a marker. And then Jay the Beard comes, and he has this guitar with the whole subscription on it. And we go to him, and he gives me the marker, and Ian did this subscription. This was really crazy. And then was the thing, we have to find a tattoo shop for it. And it was late and no one was open. And I go to a really, Hispanic tattoo shop, what was more in the zones of LA where the people told me, oh, don't go there because in the night and that's not really safe, yeah. But this was the only one, and I walked from the VIP party with a lot of bags, yeah. From the Blizzard bags, I got to the tattoo shop for I think 30 minutes, and then I got my subscription tattooed. It was really cool. Another thing, Varia ask Adam Fletcher, the chef of Diablo, because they have a tattoo shop on the BlizzCon, like they did the Hell's Inks all over the world. And she asked him if it's allowed or if it's able that I get into a spot that they tattooed me the signature. But Adam Fletcher told me, that's not possible because they have rules and something like that. But amazing, the chef from Diablo talk to me because of subscriptions from Ian. This was really crazy.
Did you send Ian the picture of the tattoo?
Varia did this. I put him on Twitter, but Varia, to get clear that he get this picture, Varia did an email to him, and she told me, wrote me that I gifted Iron, and he said really, really cool. And then on the next day there was the deep dive from Iron, and I saw I had a seat really in front of him. And you see, when you go to the deep dive, one time he looks to his left, looks away, and directly looks again to the left. Then he looked at me because he saw me, looked on the other way, and then he realized that was me, and he looked back to me. I show him, and I made a wave, and you see a little smile, and then he makes this deep dive. It was really crazy. This was really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, tattoos can have so much, so much story behind them, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Imagine, in 20, 30 years, you can still tell this story because you have it on you. You know what I mean? It's really cool. Yeah, that's really fun. That's
cool
what
thing.
BlizzCon is all about, creating new memories and stories you can tell to people, tell to your community, and I feel that's what BlizzCon is all about. Yeah, I hope I can go next year. I really do.
I will took you. Huh?
Yeah, I hope so. Even I saw a lot of people got sick, but a lot of I asked, or not asked. Did I ask? I don't remember if I asked her, Christy Golden, but she wore a mask, so she didn't get sick because she had to be very careful. She said
she was really careful because her dad, no, not her dad, her mom is a very person of where you have to be careful, really, really careful, and that's why she's really, really careful. And I got sick at home because when I got back, my wife was already sick with corona. So I don't took it from BlizzCon. I was really safe from BlizzCon, but I took it from home. It's really hard.
Yeah, there's a lot of people are also getting sick now. There's just so many viruses. It's December. It's normal.
That's
January
really cool.
Well, but yeah, it's cool. I'm glad you had a lot of fun at BlizzCon.
The best thing was after BlizzCon when I was on the Blizzard.
I know you were in the tour.
Yes, but I don't have the normal tour because Jay the Beard knows some of the sound devs, And after our normal tour, that was really great, really amazing, and we just wait all the time for Chris Metzen that I get my second signature, but don't saw him. And after the tour, the sound dev comes to us, and normally Jay, he want just to put Jay the Beard and show him how sounds was created in World of Warcraft, and then he saw us and said, "Hey, you don't want to have a deep dive into the sound collection?" And then we go straight after 1.5 hour normal tour, 2 hours more tour into the sound libraries and everything there. And there was stuff.
Jay the Bard is really cool.
Yes.
He's really awesome. He's so positive as well.
Yes.
Like he's such, you see him, he makes you happy. He's so positive.
He
that's
did a
what
private.
I love with people. Yeah.
He did a private concert on the Orc statue because we told him, now you have to sing, because he has his guitar on him. And then he played on the Orc statue a song. That was crazy.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, of course.
He's really good. Yeah,
and the sound dev, they showed us how Moonkin's spell was created, the sound of it, and it was like a garden tool, a really weird garden tool for a little bit open the grass, for when you put sames into it, seeds, when you want to put seeds into the grass, into the earth, then you have to build it, open it, yeah. And with this tool, yeah, he showed us, hey, do you know how we make a moonkin spelled? No. He put this tool, punch it or drag it on the earth, and then you hear it. It's the same audio like a boomkin do. And this was really crazy. Which stuff they had here, a lot of tools, a lot of crazy things where you don't even think that you can create such sounds. Really amazing.
Sound design is really cool. I've seen some stuff on YouTube about it. It's really interesting how they make the sounds, with their mouth as well, or tools, like you said. It's really cool. That's a unique experience that you had, which is really cool. Who did the what is it called? The tour, the first tour. Who was it?
I don't remember the name. It was their NA community manager, a really new one. I think 2 years he's there. I forget the name all the time.
I think I know who you mean.
He's also in our EU. Louis. No. This is the guy from France, of Spain or France. I don't know.
You mean the? It doesn't matter, but I think I know.
Lugia Blaster. Blasters. Yes. Yeah, this was really cool guy. Was really cool tour with him. Was great. Was really great. And next time the cool thing is when you go to Blizzard and you have to log in there, yeah, you get points. So every time you go there, you got more points.
Oh.
And then you, I think after a few times you get something. I don't know really, but so I have to go next year as well, and then you have to go with me. So we have to go there.
We have to tell Varia we need a tour.
Of course, we have. That's really cool. And also the Varia was really nice to see her in person. That's really cool that we have such a person like Varia there. Because she's really a great person and she's so chaotic. She organized everything there, for the interviews and stuff like that. But at any time she was there for you. That was really crazy. She was there and she was there and then she was there and she was there. And on the VIP party, every time she saw me, come here. And this is Talisan and Avitan. You know her, yeah? You know him. Every time. Oh, here, Bellula, yeah? You know him. Oh, come here, Bellula. This is Chromie. She was so nice. Yeah, really. She was really nice.
Yeah, it would be cool. Like, I've never met anybody, and I've known people for so many years, within the community, but I've never met anybody. So I'm kind of excited to meet everybody one day. It would be fun to meet everybody,
a lot of person talked a lot good things about you, like Bellular or Hurricane, or they really love your stuff. Really cool.
Good to hear. It's humbling that people. People are so kind.
This was really
so many cool content creators, So I'm excited to one day go to BlizzCon. Hopefully next year, like I said.
Yeah, we make the idea with the ship. With the BlizzCon ship. That would be nice.
That's so far away.
Yeah, of course.
That would be so far away. But I don't know. Like, BlizzCon was interesting. It's been kind of quiet besides that. Sure, we had 10.2 release. And then after that, it was kind of quiet. PCR didn't have so much yet, I feel like. I don't think we will see more. I think that's it. Everything else, they're probably not going to test. Yeah, I think...
Did you saw the thing what Malamin took out? The patch on WoWDev 3.99.26. I think we get into 6, yeah?
Yeah,
would be the first time. But I think it could be at Gilneas because the thing with we rebuild, and after we rebuild, we get really a new capital city there. That you have different stages of getting this capital city. Because when we now have a quest line like, do this and kill this and give me some tools for this house, that would be boring. But when they put a patch between, I think it would be better.
It could be. I don't know. I always take stuff like that with a salt, with a bucket of grain, because
Yes,
you
of
never
course.
know. Like the numbers were a bit weird. Maybe they just made a mistake or something, but we'll see. I mean, next year is gonna be busy as well.
Oh yeah.
It's already 2024 soon. It's gone so fast. Like this year has been so wild. So many things that happened. Um, Next year is gonna be even more more wild. I feel like new expansion again, and there's just gonna
When
be
you expect the new expansion will come?
after September, October.
So early?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I think it's a bit too early. I think again November.
It could also be. I mean, it would be good if it was November. Then it's like 2 years.
Again, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think the
maybe that.
mark of 2 years is really great.
Yeah, it is. I just don't know what they can do for so long. Like, sure, we're gonna get season 4, with the faded rates, but yeah, I mean, it could be because then we have pre-patch. That's
And
also gonna be
beater.
maybe 5 weeks or something. So yeah, maybe November it could be a good time. Then it's 2 years, and then the next expansion every 1.5, 2 years again. Then we have content for the next 6 years.
I hope so. I really hope so. Because I really love the Fated season because I don't play raids at this time. I raid now really, really much because I really love Amidorus Reelers. It's really great raid. And on Fated season, I don't raid anymore because then I stop raiding, maybe a bit for my guild. But for normal, I stop. And
You don't do the raid with your community, like just casually, normal or something.
yeah, now I do one and in a few weeks 2 community raid for my community for viewer in the
Mm.
morning. Then I have my guild raid. Then I go park raids. So I think I raid with 5 times a week.
Oh, okay, well.
2 weeks ago, I raid with my priest, with my holy priest, the same raid, same ID 2 times. Because I really love the raid and I really love play with my holy priest. And it doesn't matter if I had ID because I really love the raid, yeah. But on
Yeah, the
Faded,
raid
I
is
don't
good.
do it.
I did the raid once, and then I did it LFR as well. In 10.2, I just haven't had much time. I feel like I've been so busy doing other stuff than raiding, because I'm doing the guides, which also takes time.
Yes,
And daily, I've done daily guides, so it's like I do the stuff the day before or the same day, and I do
that's
it
hard.
like, yeah, and I do it on my NA characters, so I have to double check everything, because I want to make sure that the information that I give is correct. And if I have a mount, or for example, with the Amani Battle Bear, I did the run 20 times on PTR, 10 or no, 15 or 20 times, I think I did it on the PTR. And I got it every single time, because some people said they didn't get it. But then I found out sometimes if you don't get it, it's in your mailbox. So it is 100% drop rate. But sometimes it ends up in your mailbox. I don't know why. Maybe because it's one of the other chests, and then it just gets sent to your mailbox. But yeah, when I do guides, I love to be 110% sure it's correct, instead of just googling, this is how somebody else said it is, so I'm just gonna do the same thing. And no, I don't like that. I really love to test myself to see, is it like this still. For example, with the Torghast, so unlike the twisting corridors, you still have to do it 3 weeks. It's still time gated, which is really weird. and I was not sure if it was still time gated. So I had to test it on my NA character to see is it still time gated. Because on EU I have it unlocked, so I can't really check.
Yes, yes, yes.
But yeah, I check everything like on NA as well. And if I don't have something, then I check it on EU, of course. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I think that the reason is people like it is because it's short and it's something they can do. Just log in and do quickly. It's not something that takes you very very long time to do. Of course, the Torgas guide that I just did, it takes a bit longer, but it's fun. I mean, I put on a movie, and I just did Torghast on my second monitor. Like I just killed everything, watched movie, and that was
Yeah,
it.
that's a cool feature because you
Yeah.
can go brain AFK. So
Yeah,
it's really cool.
yeah, exactly. And there's so many like somebody said in today. So Shadowlands has so many good, cosmetics.
Of
Like
course.
transmog, mounts, pets, everything was so cool.
Of course,
So
yeah.
yeah, I've been really busy, so that's why I haven't been able to raid much. I usually raid with Balular and the guys from there, but I haven't had the time because I work, and then after work I do my own stuff, or it's Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Um, and then yeah, I do research.
Yeah,
Um,
that's why I love Fated raids, because when I miss something in Dragonflight, I don't collect it. I use the Fated season to collect everything from the first patches, make all my characters and my alts finish for the next expansion. And for this, I need months. And that's really great that I have the Fated season, because I have less stress. I can focus more on beater and make things finish for my website and something like that. So for this is really really great, really cool. I really loved it. What do you think
yeah.
about the War Within and the new features? What they call like Warbound or the
Ooh, I'm really
depths?
excited about that. I'm actually really excited about the Warbound and also the Delves, not Dwells,
Delves, yeah.
Delves. That's really excited as well. I'm just excited for the expansion. I think Dragonflight was really good. We got a lot of stuff. I think this Dragonflight was like a reset for everything, So I think even the War Within will be even better. I think so. I mean, maybe it's opium, call it what you will, but I think it will be better because I think Dragonflight was just a reset for the company. Yeah,
Yeah, the influence
after
from Microsoft. Also a
yeah,
big.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
it's just like it was just a lot better. Everything started, we got more content, and COVID was more or less over with, not over,
Hmm.
but it wasn't lockdown anymore. Um, and the War Within, I think it will have even better than Dragonflight with the delves and the Warbound system. I mean, account-wide reputation.
Yeah, they
There's
taste a
just so
lot of
many.
stuff with Dragonfly. They're like the revamp of the professions, the new thing with the Karalek Severn, and something like Saralek Cavern. With all this stuff, I think they have a lot of experience now to get in the War Within and the stuff there. So yeah, it might be. I hope.
Yeah,
I
I'm
really
I'm
hope.
I'm really excited about the features. I hope after 11.0 do we get housing. I really hope so. Um, but we will see. I'm very excited for the delves and customize. The dragon riding, not dragon riding, the dynamic mount.
Yeah,
That
that's a cool system. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's really interesting. Also, the fact that they removed PvP from the vault and now they have world
Yes.
content instead. That is really cool as well.
Yes.
And oh man, new AI stuff for dungeons in 10.2.5. I hope they add it to raids as well because
Yes.
a lot of
But
people, they don't like raiding. They don't like the pressure. If they have AI, they can practice. They can also experience the story within the raid instead of trying to go into the raid and trying to find the group. Because I know a lot of people that have told me in the past, like when I did dungeon guides, I'll probably do dungeon guides again, but how afraid they are to go into a dungeon or
Yep.
go into a raid because they're afraid to do something that is bad or can wipe people. So I think AI for a story, even in raids, could be very cool.
What do you think
Yeah,
about the loot? Because
I don't
that's a
think it should.
really, really, really big discussion about when we get AI into LFR. A lot of people say, "Oh, then they don't have to get any loot because this is AI thing, and you don't do anything, and you can have car and something like that."
I think it's very tough. Personally, like, come on, it's LFR loot. Who cares? If people
Yeah,
AFK and get it, let them get it. I don't care. Like, it's
it's
LFR.
it's no way. I
Who
try to
cares?
do it in dungeons, in the AI dungeon, and you have to move. You have
Yeah, you
to.
do have to. Yeah, and they have to do something. I don't care. Like, if you get gear like LFR gear with the AI, let them get gear. It's not like it's very good gear. It's whatever. I think it's fine. I think the AI stuff is really good. And I really hope they add it to the rates. I think it would be a good feature to do, especially because some people, like we had this situation in 10.2, people had to wait for for Rock to open up an LFR. I'm not even sure is he in LFR yet?
Next week, this week, so this Wednesday.
Okay, and then people can experience the rest of the story. So for 4 weeks or whatever it's been, 3 weeks, people haven't been able to experience the story because they
Yep.
haven't been able to do normal raid or higher because
And a lot of
maybe they don't
people
like
don't.
it, maybe they
Yeah.
don't have time for it and stuff like that. So I think it would be good for casual players. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we have a lot. We have a really big community for this. That's our Friday community raid. That we don't look on HPS or on DPS. Everybody is allowed to get into the raid, and a big or our biggest example is one guy who raids with us with this what we do there. He has no arms, no hands, and no arms. He just has a feet and play with a pedal, and he don't make damage. It's okay. Yeah? He don't make damage, and
Whatever.
the last years he wasn't in any raid. He had to buy a raid, but also there it was really strange for him. So it's really hard for him to earn gold into the game and something like that. And with us now, he's able to look into the raid and have a lot of fun because also LFR he don't want to go because every time they kicks him out, and that's a really great. And we have so much people. They told me the same story. Maybe for something from the head, yeah. So you have your social problems and something like that, or you're scared and something like that, or you just don't able to play like that because you're 70 or 11. And that's really good because I would love to have AI for LFR.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, as LFR, like somebody said in your chat, like
Yeah,
even mount farming for people who
old content.
people can, yeah, yeah, or that, or even the new content in LFR, like they can farm mount like with the AI and stuff like that. I think it's a good accessibility feature, like you said, with that guy that doesn't have his, was it hands, whatever. Like for him, it would be a good thing to have AI as well. He could actually go in and enjoy the game because at the end of the day, all of us are playing World of Warcraft because we want enjoyment,
Yeah,
we want to have fun. So what if somebody gets gear with AI and LFR? Like, come on, it's LFR. LFR is
of course.
supposed to be for casuals. So maybe they could even do 2 eye levels slower or 3 eye levels slower if you do it with AI. If people have so many issues with it, even though it really shouldn't. I mean, it's
Yeah,
LFR at the end of the day. They like
and you
it's
have
not the best gear.
you have
Yeah.
also another good point because now maybe you start right now. You had to make a pause because you was ill. You was on a big I don't know. You make a pause, and now you want to go back to Radhagev to farm something like for transmog or something like that. It don't open.
Yeah.
You don't get a group for LFR in Radhagev. It don't open. But with AI, you are able to go now Razorgath. This will be amazing. And the second one,
actually
I make
good.
a video and a lot of comments, or not a lot, much comments, right? Yeah, but then we have less people in the normal raid or in pack raids or in LFR. And I don't think so. Because when people are now able to learn with AI, learn to get more safety for to go in and feeling better to be into a raid, when they're more, it's not so much pressure for them. I think with an AI LFR, we get a lot of more people in normal LFR or in normal raid. I think so.
We do, because LFR, I mean, if you have AI, it's a good experience for people to learn mechanics as well.
Yes.
You know, of course, the AI is not going to be perfect, but you know, you will have kinda an idea of what the mechanics do. The same goes for dungeons, you know, and I think it would overall be really good. I mean, even even if they don't add, you know, for example, for older raids, for example, let's say for Razagad, even if they add AI for those raids, one expansion later, that's also fine. Of course, the current raid would be good if they had AI with, so people could actually experience the raid and the story and stuff like that. And I think they will do it.
Yes.
I'm 99.9% sure they will do it.
Yep. I think
Like,
we will see it in
yeah,
Dragonflight. Yes. Maybe for the
yeah,
faded raids. Maybe.
yeah, or maybe, yeah.
Maybe, but I really, really sure we see it in Dragonflight AI. What is another feature where you think AI could be a good thing? Because I don't think that's the only thing dungeons, raids, or the one Arati PvP battleground. Where do you see AI in future in World of Warcraft?
I don't know. I can't think of anything, because sure they could add it in you know in PvP and stuff, but I don't know how that would go. We saw some PvP AIs on the what were they called, the islands, you know, in BFA. We saw those AIs, which were okay, I guess. Yeah, World Quest for 5 people maybe.
What's like
That.
researchers under fire? So in a Zerulek cavern, yes, the researchers under fire thing. I do it right now, but I'm alone there. I'm really alone there.
Or that
And
could
when
also work well.
when the game see, oh, okay, the feature is right out now up. Oh, there are just two guys. And then decided to put amount of AI into this. That would be great. So you are able, you are night work, on midday work or something like that. You are just able to play at 3 a.m. in the morning, something
Yeah,
like that. There
I
is
think that would be
nobody.
good. Yeah,
That would
exactly. I
be
think that would be
perfect.
good, because, like you say, there's just nobody. Like you
Yes.
can't do the old stuff because nobody else is doing it. And if there is somebody else, like two people, it's still very hard to do some of those events. Um, so yeah, that could be a good thing, I feel like.
That's why I really loved Worlds of Draenor and Legion, where you had your
Yeah,
fellow
companion.
companion, with you. In Worlds of Draenor, it was really, really great because you have a tank companion, and it was a good tank. And he was all the time there. In Legion, it was not the same. They just came for a few seconds, make a hard ability, and then go away. But in Worlds of Draenor, it was really cool to make rares or something like that, because you have your tank. I was a healer, and this tank makes a lot of damage. I could heal him, so he not die, and I don't have to make a lot of damage, because I was from Classic till Dragonflight with my Holy Priest Holy. I don't want to do Shadow, and this was a really good thing.
Yeah, I mean, your mod has a good point. I mean, sure, it would actually reduce some of the multiplayer experiences, but then again, if there is nobody there, then it's like, would it
Yes.
hurt it? Like if there's nobody else there, if you get help from AI to complete a world event or something like that. I mean,
The second
if,
thing,
you know,
when you put AI not into the group limit.
yeah,
So maybe you are there, two guys doing the thing, and it's really hard, and the system put AI to you for help, and another guy comes and you invite him and the system works. So I think it would be more because a lot of people who's sitting in Valdraken or sitting somewhere knows I can go there whatever time I want and do my stuff. And now a lot of people sitting in Valdraken, it makes no sense to go there because there is nobody. I don't want to go there because there is nobody. I think when you know you can go there, a lot of people will do this, and I think it will increase the social action in the zones. Oh, a lot, I think.
I mean, like Yamat said, like, I think, sure, people would maybe want the AI feature more because people just don't want to interact with each other. But then again, like, if let's say there are 4 people in around that area where the event is, then the AI wouldn't spawn. But if there's like 2 people, then maybe 2 AIs would spawn. You know, and if there's 3 real players, then there is only 1 AI or something like that. You know, I don't know how. I'm not a dev. I'm not sure how it would work, but I think it could overall help with the experience people have with the game, because just imagine somebody also new to the game. They go to one of the events in Dragonflight and nobody is there. Like, they attack one mob, they die. It's like, oh, I don't want this. This is too hard, and they just log out of the game. Maybe that scares them away for good. You know, sometimes when I play a new game, if I see it's like I try something and it looks too hard, then I just give up. You know, it's like it's easier to just give up. But if we had AI to actually help with some of those things, because it's meant to be for, I don't know, 5 players or whatever. It's not only meant to be for 1 player, and you actually, you know, you die, then I think it's better to have the AI to help you out instead of dying and keep trying to kill an elite that's impossible to kill, you know, because you also have to spawn those bosses during the event that you also have to kill, and you can't solo those.
And on the other way, you can maybe do it with a buff. Like we have now. You're in the zone. Yeah. So like Researchers on the Fire is a zone, and inside of the zone you trigger the right thing in the quest caption with a timer and the percentages. And when you are in this zone and on this layer, the game can calculate, okay, on this layer in the zone are 3 players, and give you a buff for like for Researchers on the Fire, I think for 20 stacks. And so if more people are in the zone, the buff go less.
Well, that's what they're doing in the Emerald Dream with the...
Yes. And when you want to do it harder, you can right-click on the buff and do it harder. That would also for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, that could also work, but then again, I don't know, like, maybe AI would lessen the multiplayer aspect of the game if it's in the open world content. I don't know, like, it's hard to say without actually testing it. But maybe the buff similar to what we have in the Emerald Dream could also work, because they have to solve it somehow.
Yes,
because
of course.
it is impossible to complete those events now.
It's annoying to make Dragonbane. It's really annoying, and also Zarelek Cavern, because that is the only way to increase the Niffen. You don't have to another thing to increase the reputation from the Niffen. There is no way for on Researchers Under Fire. It's really hard with 2, 3, 4 people. You don't get you get nothing. You can go to rares or to Warcraft, but that's nothing.
I expected more people to do it because they increase the item level of the drops in all of the old events, but people don't care, it seems.
No, because they have no time. Look how much features like that you get in a Midrasil. Yeah, with the Super Bloom and the with the seeds. Yeah, look at Method and all his players. On the first days, how much seeds they did. So this is a lot of things. Yeah, you have a lot of quests there, good quests. Yeah, I think it's too much. that
What
the
did you
people
think
go
about
back.
the race to world first? Did you cover it? I
It
didn't.
was, I think, one of, no, I don't cover it this time. Um, but I think it was one of the best race we ever had. Well, I think the tuning was not perfect, but really, really, really good.
Yeah.
The entertainment was amazing.
I didn't have so much time to watch it. I think I watched maybe 1 hour in total. I was so busy and doing stuff. I don't know. I've just been so busy lately. So I didn't even watch. But I heard it was exciting, especially because Echo and Liquid were on the bus like at the same time. So they were like pulling. Yeah. So that sounded very exciting. But I didn't have time to watch it, sadly.
It was,
Um,
I think, one of the best. I looked every race, and this was one of the best race. Mausoleum was also, I really loved it because Mausoleum is one of my favorite races of all time because of Andre, and I'm a healer, and I say you, I really love it hard. I love it really hard. And Anduin was a really good boss. And now also Amidrasil was, for me, really perfect. I think Furyk is, after Anduin, one of the best healer bosses you have. And it's a lot of fun. And also the race was really, really, really good. Method did a really great job. This time was the caster lineup was really perfect. Echo had a really perfect lineup, a lot of fun. And also, I have to say, I was inside the Discord voice with some of my guildmates and friends, and we on the evening when the kill comes, really we saw we was all Echo fans, and we saw Liquid goes under 20, and everybody in the voice, really everybody, no, please die, please die, please die. It was so intense from everybody because that was every pull could be the pull. And this was crazy for hours and hours and more hours. And it was so hard, but it was perfect. Really perfect.
Yeah, man. All the top guilds, they have so many talented players. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like Echo, man, they win everything. I feel like the dungeons they win. Like it's like I don't even have to watch the Mythic Plus dungeons. I know who's gonna win. Echo, like that's
For the
good,
MDI, yes.
but also boring because I already know who's gonna win. So it's
Yeah.
like I really want them to have a challenge also. Which makes it more exciting because right now they are just the best, like in Mythic Plus and stuff like that. That it's hard to compete with them.
But
Yeah,
this time on the race, it was really, 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 really hard. Liquid was really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, raid-wise, they're both very good. But the Mythic Plus Echo is just. I don't think Liquid, if they even do Mythic Plus, I have no idea.
I don't know.
But Echo is just they dominate. Like on Mythic Plus, they just dominate everybody. It's just crazy how talented they are.
Yeah, they have ideas in the second. Yeah, from this second to another second, they have to change because something happens, and then you have like Marisol in the past and now, who change, who get ideas in a second. We do this, bam, and this is the win. So. And they see so much things, like now in the past, what weak hours he creates. It's crazy as fuck. Yeah, it's really crazy.
Yeah, it's insane how good some of these people are with the weak auras. It's gonna be interesting to see if in the future with more and more private auras how that's gonna work.
I think we have on Furyk a lot of private auras. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't feel a change in the battle. Really, there is no change. There is no change.
It's because they are so good at the game. That's why we don't see that change. But they
no. When I play Furyk, well, when I played, I multiple times I played him, and on not on Mythic, yeah, and you have so much private hours. But it don't felt like another type of boss or a different kind of boss. It feels like the same. So you have the weak hours, you're thinking about what you need, and it's okay. So
Yeah.
I don't feel a difference.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah,
If you don't feel it, I mean, that's very good. That means that, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting to
of
see
course,
future races and
of
stuff like
course.
that.
Yeah, what do you think? Will we see another small raid coming in Dragonflight?
No,
No. Yeah.
I don't think so.
I
I think
had
it's just season 4 and that's it. The
yes, yes,
faded
yes.
raid.
Faded raids. I had a small hope, really small hope for a Scarlet Monastery raid in Gilnears.
Mm.
A really small hope. This guy who flees, or was a woman, I don't know, after their campaign, the traditional quest from the undeads. Yeah, at the end there is one from the Scarlet Monastery who flies away, and I have a little bit hope that they put a small two boss raid in Gilneas. I hope.
I
Because
don't
a
think
raid
so.
in
I
the
think
old
it's just
zones.
faded raids now and that's it. But it would be a
Yeah.
nice surprise if they have something.
Yeah,
I
I
just
hope.
don't think so, but we'll see. But yeah, besides that, I don't know. Like, there hasn't happened too many things.
Yeah.
It's been so quiet. Like, even usually we have way more stuff on the PTR as well, but this time around, A, it's a minor patch. B, they're not testing a lot of the things. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's the
there haven't been.
epilogue that it's done testing. It's the last thing for tier not testing. The Gilnear thing not testing. Belamef, I think there will happen some more. So with
Yeah, yeah,
Quest
sure.
and also not testing. Yeah, it's hard. It's really
There's
hard.
a lot of stuff. I think it's good they're not testing it because
Yeah.
that makes it more exciting for everybody, including
And also
content
Archives on
creators.
Azeroth. I forget it. Sorry.
Yeah,
Archives
yeah,
on Azeroth with the single player stuff. So I
yeah.
think there will be a lot on launch from the patch, but now it's really like you said, yeah, we have nothing.
Yeah, I think that the patch will be really good. We just can't test everything, which
Yeah.
is good. I think
Yes.
that's a positive thing. The more stuff we don't have to test, the better for the game. You
Yes.
know, I mean,
Yes,
we can
yes.
make guides and stuff like that once it's out. There's no problem, and it's better for the game, the overall health of the game. If you know, if people can't see everything on the PTR, the
Yeah.
lore, the features and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really excited. I hope they continue down this path, testing less and less stuff. So we have more stuff to look forward to because I'm very very excited to see what we'll have in Gilneas, what will the Zatorian archives, what's going to happen with the soul scenario there and stuff like that. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff to be excited about for 1025.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. I think we have now a lot of time for today. And Willie, thanks. Thank you for this episode. It was a pleasure to talk to you. I love to talk about WoW with you. And I think we will see us next time. Eh?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully there's gonna be more stuff happening. Currently, there hasn't been too much, but yeah, it's always a pleasure, man.
Yeah. So thank you. Thanks for all the viewer on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and all the others things. And see you on the next episode. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.